Hey guys, thanks for joining us here at Salty Ginger Talk. If you're a returning listener, it's great to have you back. If you're new to the channel, really glad you joined us. Hope you like what you hear. So our podcast is very straightforward. We want people to live a meaningful life of purpose. They get to choose what that meaning is, what that purpose is, and what they pursue. Our argument is twofold. You should choose it. Shouldn't be society, shouldn't be what the people around you want. It should be what you want, what is meaningful and important to you. And number two, you should always be trying to become the best person that you can be. That is a never-ending process. It's how you should live your life. If you do it, you will live a meaningful and happy and productive life, and you will feel good way better or many more times than you won't. We argue it's one of the reasons why people right now have increased anxiety, increased depression, increased mental health issues, is because they're not pursuing things with meaning. They're floating on the river of life and letting the tide take them where it takes them. And that is not the way to live a meaningful and purposeful life. You've got to swim against the current to get to where you want to go. And that's what we're trying to encourage people to do. So with that said, we also try to give you actionable items and things you can incorporate into your everyday life to make those things happen. And the thing today is going to sound a little counterintuitive to what we're talking about, but it's super important. What we're going to talk about today is boredom and how important it is to allow boredom to exist and to have downtime, intentional downtime built into your schedule. Okay? So it's uncomfortable a lot of times when you have nothing to do. You get restless, you get antsy, you feel guilty, all of which are bad things. You need to embrace boredom sometimes in your life. Most people run from it. We're going to tell you right now that you should embrace it because it can really help you get to where you want to be. We're going to explain why. We're going to explain how those situations can help. We're going to show you how they helped other people. And we're going to give you tips on how you can incorporate it into your life. So with all that said, let's just jump right into it. Number one, boredom is a signal. It's not a problem. We treat boredom like it's a disease. Science shows that when you're bored, your brain activates the default mode network. That's the system that sparks creativity and problem solving, which is what you need to use if you want to build a meaningful, purposeful life. Think about Isaac Newton. He's famous for the apple falling and hitting him on the head, and understanding and learning and mathematically explaining gravity for the first time. Gravity clearly existed before Newton hypothesized on it, but he's the first one that kind of said, hey, here's what I figured out, and made it make sense. So what we all knew happened, he explained why it happened. An apple didn't hit him while he was running around or brainstorming in a brainstorming meeting. That apple hit him when he was sitting under a tree, bored, thinking. His brain connected the dots when the apple fell. Pretty straightforward. So we need to learn to stop running from boredom. We need to reframe it. And we're going to think about it like it's our brain recharging. It's our brain coming up with ideas that we can pursue. That's what boredom is, and we need to embrace it every once in a while in our lives. Which takes us to point number two. We don't do a very good job of that these days. Dopamine addiction keeps us distracted. We're hooked on novelty as a society. Social media, YouTube shorts, endless notifications. I know that sounds silly from a guy talking to you on YouTube, but that's the truth. And it's not good to be on social media all the time. It's not good to be on YouTube all the time. You need to get out into the real world and live a real life. Those things have their place. It's one of the reasons we use the platform. We think it's a great way to teach and educate and communicate and share ideas, but it shouldn't be a full-time, all-the-time thing. That's not healthy. Every swipe, every notification, every ding creates a dopamine hit in your system. The problem is the more dopamine you flood your brain with, the less tolerance you have for silence, which is not a dopamine release activity. That's why kids say, I'm bored after 5 minutes without a screen. It's good for them to be bored. Let them go make up their own game. Let them use their imagination. Let them go play outside. Let them create some phony game that they come up with all on their own. Those types of activities are hugely helpful. One way to do that is to schedule a dopamine detox. Maybe it's 20 minutes every day, a half hour every day, without anything. No phone, no computer, no television, no noise, no podcast, no headphones, no anything. Just you in silence for a half hour. Sit in it. Let it do its magic on your brain. You will be shocked at what a good space you'll be in at the end of that half hour. Okay. Number three, boredom builds emotional resilience. Here's the kicker. Tolerating boredom actually builds mental toughness. Navy SEALs do repetitive drills over and over and over again, not because it's fun, not because it's 100% necessary to learn that skill to the nth degree on whatever drill it is that they're doing, because mastering boredom creates unshakable focus. It forces you to focus. It forces you to take control of your mind. Okay? So we can do the same thing. We can train boredom. Don't grab your phone while you're in line or at the restaurant. Don't put music on when you're driving short distances. Let your brain sit in silence. It's good for you to do it every once in a while. Recharges your brain, activates the parts of your brain responsible for creativity and problem solving. That's not a bad thing. We want to encourage those types of situations, those behaviors. The way we do it is to create boredom on a regular basis in our lives. Okay? Number 4, stillness unlocks creativity. We've talked about this a little bit. Research proves that mind wandering sparks creative solutions. Example after example. We'll use one here that we've talked about before on this podcast. J.K. Rowling. Harry Potter, the idea for the book series that made her a billionaire, came to her on a delayed train. The train was just sitting there on the tracks. She didn't have a book. She didn't have a phone. She didn't have any music. It was just silence. And the Harry Potter idea sprung into her head. And now she's a billionaire. Are you going to become a billionaire if you practice boredom? I don't know. Maybe. Probably not. The math isn't on your side. But it certainly can lead you to a better spot in life. It certainly can help you detox from dopamine. It certainly can help you build mental resilience and make you more creative. Why is that a bad thing? One way to do this is just take a walk. Take a walk with nothing. No phone, no music, no headphones, no stimulation whatsoever. Just you and your thoughts. You're out in nature. Feel the wind on your face. Listen to the sounds of the animals, the birds, the squirrels and chipmunks rustling around in the leaves in the trees, the water running if you're near water, the wind blowing. All of those things have such a calming and grounding effect. They help you rewire your brain. They help you reset your brain. They help you think creatively, and they're going to help you put you in a really good spot. So take a walk every day for a half hour with nothing else. Very straightforward. Number 5, boredom as a Stoic discipline. Now the Stoics, so Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus and all of the Stoics who we read their writings centuries later, they knew the value of silence and thought. Marcus Aurelius journaled in silence. Nothing, just him and his thoughts and his, I guess, parchment paper. I don't know what he wrote them on. I don't know what he was writing them down on then, but he journaled in silence. He intentionally did it so he could gather his thoughts and be specific about what he was doing. Epictetus preached reflection. They treated stillness as training. So when you're bored, don't run away from it. Don't fill that void with something mindless and distracting and stimulating. Write, reflect, breathe, think. Use that time, use that silence, use that boredom to generate the thoughts and ideas that you're going to pursue in your life. Okay? So that's our argument on why boredom is important. Hope some of that resonated with you. I know it's right. I personally love alone time, silent time with no other stimulation. Love it. I get it every day. It's part of my schedule every day, and it's terribly important to me. I know it will work for you too if you have the courage to do it. It takes courage to say, hey, I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to sit here and think. Think about how crazy it sounds to say that out loud. But I'm telling you, it's super useful, and it can make your life better if you incorporate it into your daily process. So the next time boredom hits you, don't run from it. Don't escape it. Don't fill the void. Embrace it. Sit in the stillness. Let it build your resilience. Let it build your creativity. Let it build your discipline. That's how you use boredom as a tool. That's how you turn boredom into a secret weapon to help push you forward to where you're trying to get to. Okay, that's the episode for today, guys. James puts dope over here every day. Head over to our website, saltygingertalk.com. All the podcast episodes are there. Links to all the social media accounts are there. We publish a newsletter every weekday. You can subscribe to there. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to our podcast, whatever platform you consume it on. We have awesome guests that come on and talk about the lives they've built for themselves and the lessons they've learned from all the hardships they've gone through, as well as the good things that they've gone through. We have therapists, we have coaches, we have authors. We have all sorts of different people with all sorts of different approaches. There is no one right approach, but you're going to find someone who's got an approach that works for you if you check out our podcast. Super useful information there, and we highly encourage you to check that out and listen to all of our awesome guests. So make sure you catch our next episode. We'll see you there.